Hey folks, it's Ted here. It's November, it's getting cold. Doing a little bit of work on my son's Saturn. So the Saturn is 2009 and it's 15 years old. I've kind of done the headlights a couple times, buffed them, but I got my buffer out and I'm going to show you the change of what it looks like for an old car for what it looks like in a new car. So let's see what it looks like here. All right, so here's the, original kind of look to it, and it's pretty fogged up, and you can see it's got a lot of scratches and wear to it, and it's very opaque. The lens is at night, you drive this thing and it's kind of like looking at a 1970s Dodge Dart, with a busted headlight. It's really bad. And I just buffed the other side, so let's see what the other side looks like. So this is after being buffed out, and it looks almost brand new. I mean, there are some pits in it, there's some little dings in it, but it really makes the lens look nice and clean. And the amazing part will be how bright it is at night for this side versus this side, so you get the feel for it. So I'm just using this polishing compound that's used for plastic, and I'll show you that. So here's the first part. The first part I use is by Novus fine scratch remover, and it works really well. It reminds me of basically polishing compound, and I think you could probably use number 2 polishing compound, which also is a product I've used on fiberglass. This one I believe is specific for plastic, as it says, plastic windows. The old number 7 polishing compound is for fiberglass. I'm not sure if it would work the same. It might, but this stuff, I've had this for, I don't know, 10 years. And I just use a little bit each time I do the headlights, so you can kind of see, how clear they are, even in the distance. The second part that I use is this plastic clean and shine, and I buff this into it too. And that just basically helps clean the surface a little bit better, and then it puts that coating on it, and it lasts, I don't know, probably a month. I could keep adding it to it and putting it on there, but nobody remembers to clean their headlights. So I'm going to buff the second one here, and then I'll show you the end result from one side to the other. And then I'm going to buff this one out, and I'm using a regular buffer that I use for fiberglass boats as well as cars. It's a variable speed Black & Decker unit I've had for, I don't know, 30 years. I think it needs a cord. It's getting pretty dry rotted, so I think that's another project I got to do. But let's get this one buffed out, and then I'll show you the end result. All right, so here's the end result. We've got the second one done here. You can really get a good visual of it. I kind of buffed it out a little bit, put some of that number 1 on there. There's still a little hazing here. I could go back and I could buff it again, but for today, 10 minutes of work, maybe 15 minutes of work. My son's got headlights he'll be able to see with. So, that's an easy one to do, folks. It's real quick if you got a buffer. And even if you don't have a buffer, you can use your hand. And I've used this stuff before. I usually use just a nice, good, clean towel and put it on there. And you got to put some grit into it. You got to work on it. But it comes out really, really nice when you're done. Probably 10 minutes each side of hand buffing. It's literally 2 minutes with a buffer that I use, and so it makes it much easier. So if you like that video, hey, hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.